Hello everyone, my name is Eliote. We're about to head into the library, so I'm just preparing my inside voice. But welcome back to Bug Fables. Before we do anything, I'm gonna return my lore books. And actually, see how many discoveries I have. No more inside voice. Hey there, can turn in some discoveries? Let's see how you've done. And this time you have 29 discoveries. Last time we had 27. Sorry, it doesn't seem like you have enough for the next reward tier. Keep trying, come back when you do. We just need one more. One more. But alright, let's return some books. We have, I think, 4? Yep. 1. Oops. 2. 3. And 4. Alright. So the last 4 books are the ones we need to read. If we go back down. 1, 2, 3, 4? Really? Everlasting Sapling? Did I return it? No, I didn't. Oh, okay, just want to make sure, because I recognize that story. And let's go, Snakemouth Den. Rumors say that during Eliza's first rule, roaches that lived in Snakemouth Den were faced with a sudden demise. In one night, all the roaches that lived there were gone, and fungi monsters appeared. Expeditions sent have always suffered losses, so the search for the reason was put on hold. Snakemouth Den is rumored to be the host of many ancient crystals. Could that be the cause? But since we already went, we saw that the cause was more likely as a Zomboth experiment, an out-of-control fungi that devastated the entire roach system, and then allowed the lab to shut down, but didn't stop the crystals from pouring out into the spider, as I said, or my personal theory. But only one set of mushroom left out unscathed, and a success in the eyes of an experimental roach. But let's now read the brief history of bees, wasps, then termites. Bees. The bees are close allies with the ants, and came in shortly after Elizant I settled down in these lands. While they used to make honey themselves, technological advancements made robotic drones slowly take over the honey's production. Many bees of the newer generation, varying scholars, do not fully understand how to make it. Their society is mostly composed of females, with males residing in the queen's chambers. I wonder why. For reproduction. But yeah, all of the bees that we see, besides the ones inside her chambers, I don't think we get to see her chambers, because that's just the queen's room. But I don't think we've seen any male bees, besides Crispy. I believe that is a male bee. I'll have to double check maybe, but correct me if I'm wrong. A brief history of wasps. The termites, like the wasp, lived in these lands before Elizant I, and like them, lived just outside of Bulgaria. An isolationist society, they say the termites were close allies of the roaches, and as such possesses advanced technology within their dome. Unlike bees and ants, the termites possess both male and female soldiers and working in their society. They're also very good builders and know how to use clay very well. Huh, good to know. Clay. Clay. That reminds me more of... Oh, pottery and clay. Well, we haven't seen much of the termites. Well, wasp. But we are going to go to the far grasslands to check them out. Now, a brief history of termites, which we haven't seen any of yet. The termites, like the wasp, lived in these lands before Elizant I, and like them, lived just outside of Bulgaria. An isolationist society, they say the termites were close allies of the roaches, and as such possesses advanced technology within their dome. Unlike bees and ants, the termites possess both male and female soldiers and workers in their society. They're also very good builders and know how to use clay very well. Did I read the wrong one? What? Sorry, what? Did I just completely ignore it? Wait, why are they the same? Dome? Hold on, let me exit the room. Am I just not reading this properly? Or did I completely... I am so sorry. Although they've been around long before Elizant I's arrival, the wasps lived just outside of Bulgaria. Thus, the ants hold the title of first settlers. They control most of the northern territory, composing of the far grasslands and wild swamplands. Those are the names I've been confusing, and will attack anyone they catch intruding. Due to a history of internal conflict, Even the young are well versed in military tactics and combat. So the clay was actually from the termites, and the wasp are just very high military combatants. Pretty threatening, but we can see that since they're able to invade us very well. And oh yes, now we can go not only to the Ant Plaza but Snake Mouth Den. I don't know if I showed that off when we were doing upper lab, but I just want to show that off now. We get to go to more places, but we have to pay him berries, which I get it's understandable because it's not for free, but since the Ant Plaza is so close by, that should be free. I agree with that at least. But let's start heading out, and once chapter 4 is ended, the developer Mart is gone. And that was our only chance to talk to him, but good thing we did. And so, let's start heading out to the right. Wait, am I missing anything? You know what? I've done enough quests, I've done enough stalling, so it's time for us to finally go out. Because, well, we've been out, but I mean to the Wasp, because they invaded us and stole all the artifacts. Just as a small little plot reminder. So we need to go back to retrieve it. But to do that, we have to go to the far Grasslands. And over here, this was where the gate was before. We can see that it was invaded by the Wasp. How are you? The border guard's massive. Perfect for a job, we better leave her before she gets upset. But this was a dialogue before the door was torn down. They destroyed the gate. Did you see who did it? V, can't you see she's in shock? It was her job to watch the gate though. You're right, I have no excuse. Watching the gate was my only job. I'm useless. Her will's more broken than the gate. Let's leave her alone for a bit. I'm so sorry. That must have been traumatic though. Being so strong but completely overpowered, being unable to do anything, but let it happen. Good, you've arrived quickly. I didn't know what voice to give them, but I didn't expect that out of me. So who's the cute little thing? Just some stray from the streets. Now Kina, don't be rude. This is Yin. I found her while spying on the Wasp. She should become a moth moons ago, and well, her condition fascinates me. Is that so? That's weird. Yeah, never heard of a super old caterpillar. Whatever, we've got work to do. I just hope she doesn't slow us down. We'll head in first. Make sure you're well prepared. We've never been more ready. Right. See you there. Well, we're a bit low on TP, but we have a good set of items, so I don't think we have much to worry about. But let's just save here just in case. And this place does seem familiar. Well, I'll explain why in a bit. And so we arrive. We were just behind you. Hey, Kabbu, you're from the north, right? We do recall hearing it once or twice. You had many tales of this land when we first met. Would you serve as our guide? Yes, to be sincere, I've been waiting to return to this wretched place. What? Wretched? You've been acting weird. What's going on? I have only bad memories of this border. Listen and listen well. These are the far grasslands. They connect to the Lost Sands with the Wasp Kingdom. Given the state of affairs, it is likely their walls are sealed. Even if we walk north to them, we wouldn't be able to get in. How did you get here then? There's obviously some off path or something. That is correct. East of here is the wild swamplands. Hideous monsters, wild tribes, thick water at every turn. It's very dangerous. Kabbu, I had no idea it was this dreadful. I'll take your words to heart, Kabbu. It's clear that it's not a journey we can underestimate. Kina, you should stay behind with Yin. What? Are you crazy? You know how strong we are together. I cannot risk this young bug suffering a harsh fate. Please, I beg you to watch her until I return. You always do this. You always run off without me. Kina, please, try to understand your brother. I'll watch Yin, but I do it for you, brother, not for her. If you don't come back, I'll beat you up. You'll beat up Yin or? Not an easy day for anyone. We aren't at the swamp yet, but we cannot relax. Yeah, it's east of here, right? I'll make sure there's no traps around. This area changes constantly, so I can't tell what's ahead. Stay close to me. Let's go. Forgive me, team. If I told you my plans, you'd... Kabbu has his own alternative motives. But we now have Mark traveling with not Mar. What am I doing? What are these guys' names? Why have I completely forgotten the names of these bugs? Mar is the development bug, but this is... Oh my god, why do I forget? But we have to travel east, so let's completely disobey it and travel west. Yes. And I have a reason. Wow, we already see 3 new types of enemies. But if we go up here, oh, that is a spider, and it's jumping. I wonder what enemy that is. A crystal berry? Not quite, but this is a... Can you guess it? It's quite adorable in real life. This is a jumping spider. Another spider family. And we can't aim properly against this jumping nuisance. Kabbu, make sure to keep it away from our items. Still, we're thankful this thieving pest is nothing like snake mouth spider. Wow, they can steal from us. I wasn't aware of that. But let's see. They resist poison the most, but they have low resistance to everything else. And I say that like I can freeze them. But since we're close to level up, let's just attack them normally. I do want to show off what our trainer can do. What is his name? Why can I not remember it? But yes, we completely attacked and 6 damage. Incredibly strong and not as strong as a jumping spider? Are you for real? Oh, okay. Yes, they attack completely after us, and so that makes our fights a lot easier, but these jumping spiders seem to be very weak enemies compared to us, especially since we conquered Snake Mouth Lab, because, well, the XP they give is extremely low, but wow, we got absolutely helped. Well, still a heaping amount of berries, so these fights are definitely still worth it, even if, well, they're a bit easy. But over here, another new enemy. I want to get past all these all at once. These guys can attack 2 times in 1 turn, so I probably should have gotten more TP, but these are Mantidflies. 1, 2, 3. Holy shit, I'm bad at this game. 1, 2, 3. Do they really fall for this disguise? Those 2. That aside, this enemy's got quite the varied skill set. We'll have to watch out while we block. Who got tricked? But they also have 1 defense, so they're pretty deadly. But Mantidflies, they have mimicry. And as you can probably guess, they have wasp mimicry. Just so that other insects or much stronger prey can avoid them. But we get carried and they lifesteal. Do they lifesteal? Oh no, I lifestole because I have both Spiky Bod and Super Block Heal. I completely forgot about that badge. I probably would have remembered it if I got to use Kabbu in that collie fight, but Kabbu is a traitor due to chemical warfare, I would call it. But yeah, these are pretty interesting. I think these are the only mantid bugs in the game, which are kind of like I'm not entirely sure, but they're similar to mantises. And speaking of mantises, I need to find out what the name of the mantis that is with us right now. And while I do that, I'm gonna parkour up because there is a platform up there and this flying little thing here that we can stun. And when we get into it, we have another jumping spider, which I am only mildly worried about. I'll spy you. You're a flowerling. 1, 2, 3. What a cute little seedling. It fit right along with the rest of our team, wouldn't it? Seems it doesn't want to join us though. Guess we best knock it down and gently to stop its supporting moves. Yeah, another seedling type enemy. There's one in every single area. I think we didn't see any in chapter 4 because, well, it's still the desert, so it's the cackling. But this is an adorable little bug. Not bug, but adorable little seedling. Like, how can you kill that thing? But it is quite annoying because not only does it fly, so it requires V to attack it, but it could heal and I believe increase the defense of other bugs on the field. And oh, that was a good block. I stand corrected. It only heals and boosts allies. Yes, actually, so heal and increase attack or defense, but when it's by itself, it just tackles us, because what else can it do? I don't think it could heal itself, but it could have other flowerlings heal them. But my goodness, we are so strong. We got no XP from defeating that seedling or flowerling. Sorry, I feel so jittery just because I'm so excited, because I feel good about recording today. Because I was worried because I thought I was losing my juice for these videos, because I didn't really know what to talk about, because what do you talk about for so long? But I found out the name. Their name is Maki. I'm so sorry. But let's get rid of the final new enemy in this area. And this is... I need to start putting Kabbu in the front more. This is the Wild Chomper, as opposed to the other Chomper types we've seen already, like Brutes and Normal and the tiny ones. Ain't this the living version of a security turret? Fortunately, this one's weak to ice. As long as we block its vines and seeds, it shouldn't be a challenge. Yes, it shouldn't be, but I'm gonna rely on Maki to do at least 6 damage so we can take it out more quickly. And now, let's just take out the flowering in the back. Its moves, because I don't expect us to see it much, is basically spitting out seeds at us and spawning smaller versions of the Wild Chomper. It's the exact same as normal Chompers, but it's green, because it comes from the wild variant. But outside of that, they're not too much of a challenge for us anymore. I was debating, because we are extremely strong, to do Snakemouth Lab after this chapter. But I realized I couldn't wait that long. It was not worth the wait for me. Actually, no, it was worth the wait. But why am I going to the left? Alright, actually, there's no point for us to go to the left right now, because we're completely blocked off by the rocks. So let's actually start heading east. Like, rocks everywhere. How are we even meant to get rid of them? And that I will not understand. So, now that we have familiarity with all the bugs, we can just traverse through the far grasslands. This area doesn't pose too much of a challenge, but it's also just fun to look around in this environment. I like this more than... Oh, Crystal Berry, thank you. I still like this more than the Lost Desert. I like this more than Chapter 4, because the environment is much more entertaining to me, because I feel that just desert areas are hard to make special. I know they tried their best with things like the crystals, the bandits mainly. The bandits definitely provided a lot more enjoyment, but the sandcastle, I just didn't feel was too special. Like, it was nice to know a little bit more about the lore, but thank you for some dark cherries, but it did provide a bit more of lore, but the main thing I get from that was just that, well, it allowed us to... Oh my god! Sorry. Oh. Potato spuds! Okay. Wasn't expecting that. Okay. But as I was saying, I honestly expected a bit more from the Lost Deserts. Because the lower portion, it expanded us to go into Snakemouth Den. And I felt like that's the biggest importance it had. But I like the Grasslands a lot more because the environment is just so vibrant. And north of here, instead of east, we can see that the Wasp Kingdom territory is there. And the guard is, not the guard, the border's up. So we really can't access it. But I think this is a sign that I should probably switch up my badge. Because I forgot what I had before. I should probably put on Triumph Buzz and Victory Buzz. Just because it's better for us. I'm gonna take away your first plating. Sorry about that. Leaf. Sorry, I forgot the name. And I'm gonna get rid of Deep Taunt and Tardigrade Shield because we haven't been using those much. And something to help out the whole team overall. But the first plating is extremely useful because, well, Leaf is not really good defensively. Well, same for V, but her positioning in the back, as I planned it, helps her stay alive much longer. And that's the main purpose of it. And so, let's head to the right. I'm gonna be a bit of a coward and try to avoid, well, not a coward, I could say no, I'm just too strong for these enemies, so I'm gonna do my best to try to avoid them. But as you see on the right, we are completely blocked off. And so I suspect we have to go from above. And I did see a spring. Yes, behind here. And this area looks a little bit dangerous. We have to do a bit of platforming. Can we avoid that wild chomper? Yes, we can by gliding, which I don't know how that's supposed to work, but here we are. But I think really my favorite part about this over the Los Sands is the music. Halt! Who goes there? This is private property. Leave! We've got a bit off track. We shouldn't disturb the settlement. Really? Oh, same thing? Alright, I guess we can't do anything there, but let's start going back then. Let's start just going back north. But I'll give you more of a prolonged time to listen to this song. Although we can travel across this river, we are blocked by rocks again, so we can't just quickly get to the Wasp territory. So this is the wild swamplands. The air is most dense. It's already starting to feel as dreadful as you said, Kabbu. I wish I could say it'll get better as we go. This is the only way to the Wasp Kingdom, though. We'll have to deal with it. Chill out. We're gonna be fine, Kabbu. Okay? If only if we keep our guard up. The leaf bug tribes are sure to attack us. Is diplomacy not an option? They don't speak our language. Our words are lost on them. Guess conflict is universal. Let's make haste and cross. Listen up. During my scouting of this area, I found a few structural weaknesses in the Wasp Kingdom's walls. We can sneak inside through one of these at the back of the swamp. Stay close and stay vigilant. Indeed, I must not make any mistakes. Kabbu definitely has some sort of history, but these trees are coming from these little ponds, but I think, oh, we can dip into it. All right, thick water is okay here. And right there, there's a new enemy. But let me, I'm super worried because I remember these destroying my team. This is a bad time to fight them. Let me see what I can do. Spy, Madfish Eye, Maidsfee. That's what I'm gonna call them. And in real life, there are Maidsfees. I don't think I have a image of them, but Kabbu, flip them over. It's so creepy. I get numb just hearing it. As if the swamps wasn't spooky enough. Okay, I'm fine now. Let's go. So, yes, we can flip them like every single caterpillar we've seen. And this caterpillar, not evolves, but cocoons into a lapid moth cat. Oh my gosh, what am I saying? This is a lapid moth caterpillar, or the Phylodesma caterpillar. Not sure how to completely pronounce that. But I'm just gonna try to deal with you as fast as I can and hopefully level up, because these are very dangerous enemies. They have a whole move where they screech and they numb the entire team, and then they roll against another member. But what is scary about them, oh my god, I got 3 XP points. This is a blessing and a curse. I'm so strong, but damn, I need to level up. It is okay on their own, but with other enemies on the field, if we get our whole team numb and we fail to block, we basically lose that whole battle. But hopefully we can survive just enough. Over here we still have some far grassland enemies, but lily pads, thick water, We cut the grasses, we release the lily pads, and this is, I believe, the gimmick of traversal? I mean, we don't really have much of these, but this seems just like a gentle introduction of what's going to come up with the rest of the wild swamplands. Waka bub. Oh, aren't these cute? Raise your guard. These are the vicious leaf bug tribes I mentioned. Seriously? These look super harmless. As you do, V, but your foes have learned to fear your power. Thanks? We'd best give it our all. And I love the purple leaves that come into the foreground. And instead of actually spying, I'm gonna heal first. And I believe the first one I wanna spy on is the leaf bug ninja. The very front one. 2, 3. Nice moves. Kinda wish we could double ourselves too. We're kind of in a hurry, so it'd be best to freeze them all simultaneously. Yeah, the strategy is to freeze them all, which is why I tried to use a TP item, but we didn't get enough for Ice Rain. But here's the leaf bug archer. Different classes as well. Ugh, what powerful arrows. They make focusing on the enemy before me much more difficult. V, Leaf, I trust you to deal with them while I clear out the rest. Watch out for the reinforcements. And thanks, Maki. That's not what I wanted, because kind of like the, oh god, I'm gonna block, like the favorite one, metal. Oh my god. Like the favorite one, metal, if we attack one of them, we attack one of them, the rest get 1 increased charge. So honestly, that wasn't the best move, Maki. What the hell? But let's see, what do I have? We don't have much that increases our TP, so let's just heal. I won't be able to use Ice Rain, but I can use Ice Fall and hopefully get all 3 of them. I haven't spied on the last one yet, but that's the only one I froze. Oh, they get 1 charge, but the archer will get 2 because of this. It doesn't matter. Oh, great. All right. It doesn't matter how many we attack at once. It depends on how many turns we take. So 1 turn can only increase the charge by 1. And that's kind of it. But this is the leaf bug clubber. This is the most dangerous one of the 3 at the moment. But with different team enemy compositions, all 3 of them can destroy us individually. But with other leaf bugs, don't go thinking you're strong just because you can lift a big stick. It's all about technique. Time to show them what real skills look like. Well, we already lost one of our members. And, you know what? I don't know. Maybe I should just have V do it. And, who do I attack, honestly? You know what? Okay. This will cause the clubber to have 2 charges. But this will cause... Oh, wait. Maybe I could do enough damage for... Not... Actually, no. It won't be enough. Yeah. This will cause the clubber to have 2 damage because Maki will only attack the front enemy. But the alternative was attacking the clubber. The alternative was attacking the clubber. Why didn't we get a charge up? Oh, because Kabbu has to be alive. Yes, the alternative was attacking the clubber. And then they both get 1 charge individually. So overall, they would have also attacked V. But thank you, Maki, for actually destroying them with us. Honestly, Maki is a very good asset to the team because they do consistently 6 damage. And it finally helped us with a rank up. Wow, I am so talkative today. And now it's time to reach 50 medal points. Woo! I've been upgrading nothing but medal points. Even though TP has been showing itself to be very valuable now, especially with Ice Rain. Your pouch can now carry 2 more items for a total of 15. Very good level up, rank up. Waka waka shoo, waka bub. It sounds like I'm mildly rapping. They're vicious, alright. This here is their territory. We must try and get through without confronting them. It's really a shame they did not understand us. Well, at least they're not super tough. Yeah, right. Let's go then. Worst case, we freeze them over. Maybe with Leaf's help, I can... You can what, Kabbu? Always on your own individual plan right now. But this tree's blue. I wonder how this actually photosynthesizes. I guess they take in, I believe, is it higher frequencies or lower? I'm not sure. I failed my chemistry teacher by saying that. So sorry about that, professor. But I'm out of your class. But I remembered enough. But also, this is a good place to end it off. We finally started chapter 3 getting into the far grasslands, but quickly delved into the much dangerous, very apparently dangerous, wild swamplands. But I think now this is a time to call it an end. Well, we're not ending our journey, but the end of the video. But thank you for watching. We'll continue next time.